Okay, you're here because you're thinking about dropping $600 on the Asus ROG Rapture GT-AX11000, the king of gaming routers. You want that insane speed, that killer looks, that lag-free domination. But I'm telling you right now, don't buy it. Not yet. Because today I'm going to show you the brutal, honest problems nobody is talking about. For the best price, click the link in the description. Now you see that 4.5-star rating on Amazon and you think, it must be perfect. But here's what surprised me. This router is like a professional athlete with bizarre allergies. It's incredibly powerful, yet it has some fundamental quirks that can drive a normal person absolutely nuts. Therefore, let's peel back the marketing and see what you're really signing up for. So, what's the big deal? This router promises triple-level game acceleration, a 1.8 GHz quad-core CPU, and a dedicated 2.5G port for the ultimate gaming setup. It's built for gigabit internet and beyond. But the first problem hits you before you even plug it in. This thing is a monster. I'm not talking about performance, I'm talking physically. It has 8 external antennas. It looks like a robotic spider from a sci-fi movie decided to squat in your living room. If you have a small desk or a media cabinet, good luck. It's a statement piece for sure. The statement is, I have surrendered all my shelf space to the router gods. Therefore, let's talk about setting it up. You unbox it, marvel at the aggressive ROG styling, and get ready for gaming nirvana. The setup through the Asus app is actually pretty smooth. But here's the first joke. Calling this a router is like calling the Death Star a space station. It's an over-engineered command center. You'll get it connected, and the speeds when they work are breathtaking. We're talking about Wi-Fi 6 or 802.11 delivering insane throughput. However, the first major problem I encountered wasn't about speed. It was about heat. This router gets warm. Not toasty warm like fresh bread warm, but maybe I shouldn't leave my coffee cup on it warm. The powerful hardware inside needs to breathe. So, if you were planning to hide this beast in a closed cabinet, forget it. It needs open air or it will throttle. That's your first compromise. Let's dive into the gaming features because that's why you're here. The triple-level acceleration sounds amazing. It prioritizes your gaming device, the game packets, and even the game server. In theory, nothing should interrupt your match. But in practice, I found it can be overkill for most home networks. It's like using a fire hose to water a single plant. If you have a dozen devices streaming, downloading, and video calling all while you game, then yes, this system is a lifesaver. Therefore, for the hardcore streamer or the pro esports player living in a busy house, this feature justifies itself. However, for the average gamer with a few devices, the standard Co-S quality of service on a cheaper router might do nearly the same job. See the angle? You might be paying for complexity you don't need. Now, the AI mesh feature is a huge plus. This means you can link other compatible Asus routers to create a seamless mesh network. No more dead zones. That's genuinely fantastic. But, and this is a big but, to build a true gaming-grade mesh with this as your main node, you're looking at spending even more money on high-end nodes. We're already at $600. This isn't a problem with the router itself, but with your wallet's endurance. It's a gateway drug to a very expensive whole home system. So, is the coverage good? Absolutely. The 8 antennas beam Wi-Fi into every corner. It's so strong, my neighbor's dog started downloading movies. That's joke number 2. But seriously, the range is exceptional. Let's get to the software because this is where the love-hate relationship deepens. The Asus WRT interface is incredibly powerful. You can monitor bandwidth down to the individual device, set up VPNs, and customize almost anything. The AI protection security, powered by Trend Micro, is a legit bonus for neutralizing threats. However, with great power comes a great learning curve. The interface is not for the faint of heart. If you just want to set it and forget it, you'll be overwhelmed. It's designed for tinkerers. You'll spend hours in menus you never knew existed. Therefore, ask yourself, are you a network admin, or do you just want to play Call of Duty without lag? This router can satisfy both, but one user will be delighted and the other might be bewildered. I mentioned the 2.5G gaming port. This is a forward-looking feature for multi-gigabit internet connections. It's awesome, but here's the contrarian snapback. How many of you actually have internet service above 1 gigabit right now? And do your devices have a 2.5G Ethernet port? For most people, this port will sit unused for years, like a swimming pool in the Arctic. It's a spec for the future and you're paying for it today. That's the theme of this router. It's built for tomorrow's internet in today's world. Which leads us to the biggest potential problem of all, reliability. In my testing and in digging through countless user reviews beyond the top-rated ones, a pattern emerges. For most, it's rock solid. But for a vocal minority, this router can be frustrating. Some report random reboots. Others talk about finicky device connections. It's not widespread, but at this price, any hiccup feels like a betrayal. It's the Ferrari in the shop paradox. When it works, nothing beats it. But when it has a problem, it's a $600 problem. Therefore, is it worth the gamble? That depends on your tolerance for tech quirks. I'll tell you, after the third firmware update, mine stabilized completely. But you shouldn't have to debug a premium product. Let's talk about value. $600. Let that sink in. You could buy 3 very good Wi-Fi 6 routers for that price, or a next-gen gaming console and a router. So, who is this actually for? It's for the enthusiast who demands the absolute best, has a multi-gigabit internet plan, lives in a large home they want to eventually turn into an AI mesh fortress, and loves to tweak settings. It's not for someone who just wants better Wi-Fi. That's the crucial distinction. Buying this router for a simple apartment is like using a satellite dish to watch local news. Joke 3. Now, after all this doom and gloom, let's swing back to the positive. Because when this router shines, it really shines. The raw speed is phenomenal. Latency is incredibly low. The feeling of having zero network bottlenecks is liberating. Uploading massive streams while gaming was flawless. The build quality feels premium. And that ROG aesthetic, if you're into that, is unbeatable. It has presence. Therefore, if your use case matches the router's pedigree, you will be thrilled. You'll be the king of your digital castle. The problems I've outlined are hurdles, not deal breakers for the right user. They are the price of admission for cutting-edge tech. So, what's the resolution? Should you buy it? My final advice is this. Do not buy the Asus ROG Rapture GT-AX11000 if you are looking for a simple plug-and-play solution. Do not buy it if your internet is under 300 Mbps. Do not buy it if the thought of logging into a router dashboard gives you anxiety. However, you should absolutely buy it if you are a power user, a serious gamer with a heavy-duty household network, and you see this as the cornerstone of a future-proofed setup. It's an investment. For all its quirks, the size, the heat, the complex software, it delivers unparalleled performance for its target audience. Think of it not as a router but as a networking platform. And if that's what you need, it's in a league of its own. In the end, my goal wasn't to scare you away, but to arm you with the truth. The 4.5-star rating is earned through sheer capability. The problems are often just the growing pains of bleeding-edge technology. This router isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's trying to be everything to a very specific someone. You, the demanding user who accepts nothing less than the best. And for that person, it's not just a good buy. It's the only buy. It's the router that says your network is as serious as you are. Now, if you've decided you're that person, and you want to tame this beast, you can find the best current price on Amazon by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and may your ping always be low. That's joke 4, and my final call to action.